Here's something a lot of people get wrong about sales, copywriting, and persuasion. They believe it's all about throwing nice sounding words at people, trying to pressure them into buying things they don't need. But effective sales isn't about trickery, manipulation, or forcing anything. Sales is about architecture. Think about a lawyer presenting a case in court. He doesn't just dump all his points randomly. Instead, he meticulously structures his case, point by point, piece by piece, in a straightforward and persuasive way. Each point builds upon the previous one, stacking up like bricks in a wall. Why? Because a point made in isolation holds no weight unless it rests on a strong foundation of established facts, emotions, and beliefs. This process is what makes his conclusion airtight and persuasive by the time he reaches it. At the end, the lawyer says, "I rest my case," because all the pieces rest on top of each other. It's a frame within the frame, an architectural design for persuasion. In sales, we follow a similar architecture to help guide people toward a natural conclusion. Each phrase has a specific purpose, a goal, and a dominant emotion. By understanding this, we build a sequence that helps prospects believe in themselves and the solution offered, giving them the conviction to solve their problem today. So, what does the architecture of a sales conversation look like? Here's a breakdown of each structural element and its purpose. Number 1, hook, capturing attention and sparking curiosity. The first part of any sales architecture is the hook. The hook is like the entrance to a building. If it's compelling, people are eager to walk in and explore further. The hook grabs attention and hints at what's to come, raising curiosity and anticipation. The hook should resonate with a specific problem, need, or aspiration. It might be a bold statement, an intriguing question, or a relatable scenario. The goal here is to give the prospect space to think, "This is relevant to me," or "I need to know more." The dominant emotion in this phase is curiosity, as it draws the prospect into the structure of the sales conversation. Example: imagine if you could double your productivity without sacrificing your personal life. Sound impossible? Think again. In this example, the hook intrigues the reader by addressing a common desire, more productivity without burnout, and promises a solution that seems surprising, yet believable, urging them to continue. Number 2, identifying the problem, building relevance and urgency. Once you have the prospect's attention, the next architectural step is to frame the problem clearly. Here, the goal is to create relevance by defining the problem in a way that resonates with their experience. They need to recognize their own struggle in the scenario you're describing. This phase often involves a few layers. First, identifying the general problem, then deepening the problem by explaining its impacts, and finally, articulating the hidden costs of not addressing it. The dominant emotions in this phase are empathy and urgency, as you want the prospect to feel understood and motivated to seek a solution. Example: most people think working harder is the answer to getting more done, but what if that approach is actually keeping you from your goals? The real cost of staying in this cycle is more than lost time. It's your health, relationships, and happiness. This example shows how to bring attention to the deeper, often overlooked consequences of an issue, making the problem feel urgent and personal. Number 3, story, establishing trust and credibility. With the problem clearly defined, the next phase is to present a story or case study. This phase serves to build rapport, authority, credibility, and trust. The story could be personal or about someone else who faced a similar problem and overcame it through the solution you're offering. This allows the prospect to envision a transformation from the current state to a desirable outcome. The dominant emotion here is inspiration or hope, as the goal is to help the prospect shift his mindset from "I have a problem" to "There's a way out." Example: I once believed that I had to grind endlessly to succeed. I sacrificed weekends, friendships, and my health, thinking this was the price of success. Then, I discovered a different approach, one that helped me double my productivity while actually enjoying my life. And I'm not alone. Hundreds of my clients have experienced the same transformation. Through storytelling, you paint a picture of a relatable journey and successful resolution, making the solution feel attainable and realistic. Number 4, solution. Presenting the product as the answer. Now that the prospect is engaged, sees the problem, and feels inspired, it's time to introduce the solution. This phase must be presented confidently and clearly, explaining how the product, service, or idea specifically addresses the problem at hand. This isn't the time for vagueness or fluff. The solution should feel tailor-made for the pain points discussed earlier. The dominant emotion in this phase is clarity. The prospect should feel, "This is the answer I've been looking for." Example: this program is designed to help people like you achieve peak productivity without burnout. It combines scientifically proven methods with personalized coaching that address your unique goals. No more trading your life for success. You'll have a blueprint that allows you to work smarter, not harder. The solution should be precise and clear, connecting back to the problem and showing why it's the best choice. Number 5, belief building, handling objections. People often have objections when making a decision. This phase addresses any hesitations or doubts by preemptively answering potential questions. Common objections could include time, cost, perceived difficulty, or skepticism. Addressing objections shows that you understand the prospect's concerns and reinforces the strength of your solution. The dominant emotion in this phase is reassurance. Prospects should feel understood, and their doubts should transform into confidence. Example: I know you might be wondering if you can fit this program into your busy schedule. That's why we designed it with flexibility in mind, so you can incorporate it seamlessly into your routine, no matter how packed it is. By handling objections directly, you show that you respect the prospect's decision-making process, ultimately giving them more confidence. You also want to provide tons of proof. Media mentions, testimonials and case studies, authority figure endorsements, etc. Number 6, call to action, empowering decision. The call to action, CTA, is where the architecture reaches its peak. This is where you invite the prospect to make a decision. The CTA should be straightforward, removing any friction for them to take action. The dominant emotion in this phase is empowerment. The prospect should feel ready to act and confident in their choice. Example: you've seen the power of this program, and you know it's time for a change. Click here to join us and start building a life that gives you more time, energy, and fulfillment. Here, the CTA is clear and encouraging, showing the prospect that the solution is within reach. Number 7, urgency and scarcity, adding motivation to act now. If appropriate, adding urgency or scarcity to the offer can motivate prospects to act sooner. It's a nudge to help them realize that the opportunity won't always be available. It can be as simple as a limited time discount or exclusive spots for personalized coaching. The dominant emotion here is motivation, prompting the prospect to take immediate action. Example: for the next 24 hours, you can access this program at a discounted rate. Don't let this opportunity slip by. Start transforming your life today. Bringing it all together. By structuring your sales message like a well-built structure, you ensure that each component has a specific purpose, guiding the prospect from curiosity to action. When the architecture of your sales message makes sense and flows, prospects naturally feel understood, inspired, and empowered to make a decision that's in their best interest. Understanding the architecture of sales is key to success in business. When you grasp the foundations of effective sales architecture, you're not just selling a product, you're building a pathway to transformation that prospects can confidently follow, leading to a powerful impact on both your business and your life. If this video helped you, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and click link in description for more.